How wonderful to me in the flesh.
Let's bypass the formalities, Tavon.
Zoe Saldana is an American and Dominican actress, dancer, producer, and photo model. Thanks to her roles in blockbusters such as The Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Avatar, Zoe has earned the title of box office queen and science fiction princess. Besides, the actress has many other achievements which we will tell you about in our video.
You have the bearing of a man of honor.
Zoe Saldana, how Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy lives and how much she earns.
I was a child like you.
Zoe Yadira Saldana Parego, maiden name Saldana Nazario, was born on June 19, 1978 in Passaic, New Jersey, but spent most of her early childhood in Queens, New York. Her father, Aridio, is Dominican and her mother, Acelia, is Puerto Rican. Zoe and her two sisters are equally proficient in Spanish and English. When she was about 7 years old, her friends bragged about shoplifting. Listening to them, Saldana once stole a pack of erasers and ran away, after which she felt very bad and ashamed. Zoe went back to the store, got in line, and gave the cashier what she had stolen. When she was 9, our hero experienced a family tragedy, the death of her father in a car accident. This forced her mother to move the children to grandmother in the Dominican Republic. Zoe said that her mother lived with them for 1 year and then went to New York for a year to earn money to pay for private school tuition for her and her sisters. By the way, in the Dominican Republic, the future star joined one of the most prestigious dance schools where she studied ballet and contemporary Latin American dance. Back in New York, Zoe went to Newtown High School where she graduated in 1997 and joined a teen theater company. She also performed at the New York Youth Theater. Her role in the play Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat did not go unnoticed, and the girl was invited to work with an acting agency. By that time, the widowed Acelia had remarried, and since then, the girls thought of their stepfather as their father. In 1999, Zoe starred in one of the episodes of the television series Law and Order. Her start in big cinema was a year later with the movie Center Stage, where she played a talented and stubborn ballerina.
What, you went to a special bitch academy or something?
I'm just trying to be honest. In my opinion, that's what friends do. Tell each other the truth.
I guess that explains why you have so many friends.
Interestingly, before that, the girl worked as a cashier at Burger King. At the same time, she was constantly fired for handing out food to the homeless, but was hired again because of staff shortages. In 2001, the rising movie star appeared in the action movie Snipes and the rom-com Get Over It, which was planned to invite the singer Alia to the role of Maggie, but because of her death, the role went to Zoe. The first success came after the 2002 release of the romantic comedy starring Britney Spears, Crossroads. The film was critically acclaimed, but it was a good box office success.
What is this, rent by the hour? I'm not sleeping here. Where are you gonna sleep? I don't know. This place is disgusting. I'll take this bed. All right.
In the same year, Zoe appeared in the musical film Drumline, and she became known after the blockbuster Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl. The role was small but memorable. Saldana played Jack Sparrow's ex-lover, Pirate Anne-Marie.
You stole my boat.
Actually, borrowed without permission, but with every intention of bringing it back.
But you didn't!
In 2004, she appeared in an episode of the spin-off Law and Order Special Victims Unit, the crime drama Haven, and the musical Temptation, which was never released. And in Steven Spielberg's tragicomedy The Terminal, she appeared as an immigration officer and Star Trek fan.
I need this.
Where's your green form? I can't do anything without your green entry form. Go to the wall.
Next!
During filming, the director helped her understand the universe of the iconic sci-fi franchise and taught her the famous Vulcan greeting. By the way, since childhood, our hero loved sci-fi movies such as Dune, Alien, and Batteries Not Included. In 2005, there were several more movies with her: the drama Constellation, the Dominican movie The Curse of Father Cardona, the comedies Dirty Deeds and Guess Who. In the latter, Zoe got one of the main roles.
Fresh out of ideas as to how to impress your father.
Telling black jokes is never a good idea. That's just me.
You think?
In 2007, the actress added to her filmography the films After Sex, Blackout, and the series 6 Degrees, in which she began acting the year before. In 2008, Saldana could be seen in the action movie Vantage Point, and the next year was super successful for her in terms of creativity. One after the other came out two big and commercially successful projects, Star Trek and Avatar, in which Zoe played significant roles. In Star Trek, she played the role of Lieutenant Nyota Uhura, a member of the crew of the spaceship Enterprise. By the way, the actress was able to get into this project thanks to the patronage of James Cameron, with whom she worked at the time on the sets of Avatar, where she played Princess Neytiri from the planet Pandora.
You will have one chance, Jake.
How will I know if he chooses me?
He will try to kill you.
The character of our hero was created using CGI and motion capture techniques innovative for the time. To match the agile and strong Neytiri, the actress had to try hard. Several months she was working out in the gym, mastered wushu, learned to ride a horse, and shoot an arrow. Zoe, who received a fee of $4 million for the role of Neytiri, said that this character was the most difficult and grueling in her career, both physically and mentally. Star Trek was a box office success, but Avatar was even more successful, grossing $2.7 billion at the worldwide box office. For her work in these blockbusters, the actress won Saturn Awards and Teen Choice Awards. But there was also a flop, which was the horror movie The Skeptic, starring our hero, released in the same 2009. 2010 was an eventful year. There were 4 films starring our hero: The Losers, Takers, Burning Palms, and Death at a Funeral. She also starred in a commercial for Calvin Klein's Envy line of women's underwear. At the same time, Saldana signed an advertising contract with the cosmetics brand Avon, and along with her sisters, she worked with the largest clothing retailer in the United States, Gap. In June, after a 10-year romance, Zoe got engaged to actor and My Fashion Database CEO Keith Britton. By the way, she is a co-founder of the website and a business partner of her boyfriend. However, the wedding did not take place. In November 2011, they broke off their engagement and ended their relationship. In the same year, the actress starred in the thriller Colombiana. In preparation for the role, Zoe drank protein and lifted weights at the gym every day. Meanwhile, our hero started dating Bradley Cooper. She met him on the set of the 2012 drama The Words, but the romance was short-lived and ended after 2 months. The actress soon appeared on screen in Star Trek Into Darkness and voiced her character for a computer game. In addition, in 2013, she played in the low-budget crime movie Blood Ties and in the thriller Out to the Furnace. In March, Saldana began dating Italian artist Marco Perego. According to the Star, it was mutual love at first sight. They got married 3 months after they met at a private ceremony in London where only relatives and close friends were invited. For the first time, the couple appeared in public already being husband and wife. It happened in 2014 at a promotional event of one of the largest tech companies where the actress presented her signature show, My Hero. As a sign of respect for his spouse, after the wedding, Marco added Zoe's last name to his last name. The actress tried to dissuade her husband from taking the step, but her feminist husband did as he intended, not afraid of the condemnation from colleagues and acquaintances. At the same time, our hero played the role of Gamora in the superhero action film Guardians of the Galaxy, based on the Marvel comic book series of the same name. Before participating in the project, the actress did not read comic books as she grew up in a girly environment and the range of her interests was completely different. Filming was not easy. Every day she had to get up at 5 a.m. and sit in a makeup chair for 5 hours until her skin turned a bright green shade. Along with her hair, lots of makeup and body paint. Zoe had silicone prosthetics applied to her face. In the following films, the process of becoming Gamora was shortened to 3 hours. The film was a hit, and Zoe was nominated for an MTV Channel Award in the Best On-Screen Makeup category.
Down, you fool, you'll destroy us all.
Or just you, murderess!
I let you live once, princess.
I am not a princess!
Hey, nobody is killing anybody on my ship.
The actress reportedly earned only $100,000 for her appearance in the first part of Guardians of the Galaxy. Also in 2014, she starred in the melodrama Infinitely Polar Bear, voiced a character for the animated film The Book of Life, and the video game of the same name, served as the executive producer of the miniseries Rosemary's Baby, in which she also starred and participated with other celebrities in the documentary film Unity. But the main event was the birth of twins, boys Bowie and Cy. Marco helps his wife with everything and likes to spend time with his family. Becoming a mother, Zoe realized how difficult it is for parents of children born prematurely. Her babies have spent enough time in the NICU, and this prompted the celebrity to do charity work. She decided to help hospitals with technical equipment for premature babies. The actress soon stated in an interview that her sons would be multilingual because she and her husband speak Spanish, Italian, and English. Their children also have a double last name, Parego Saldana. The couple is known to raise the boys in a gender-neutral atmosphere. In 2016, the celebrity starred in the biographical film Nina. It is about the famous jazz singer Nina Simone. To more accurately portray a resemblance to the jazz star, Zoe used dark makeup, false nose, and dentures and wigs. These changes in the actress's appearance caused controversy. The singer's daughter stated that makeup in the form of a false nose, pouty lips, and swarthy skin is offensive. Saldana later apologized for the role because of the inappropriate skin tone.
But I'm not gonna take the drugs. I don't like the way they make me feel, baby.
They stabilize you.
I don't want to be stabilized. I want to feel free, really free.
In the same year, Zoe returned to the Star Trek universe in Star Trek Beyond and also starred in Ben Affleck's failed crime drama Live by Night. In a July interview, the movie star revealed that she has an autoimmune disease, to combat the effects of which she and her husband adhere to a diet without gluten and dairy products, which, however, does not prevent her from eating a full meal and keeping her figure in great shape. By the way, the actress's mother and sisters have a similar diagnosis. In the spring of 2017, the sequel of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 was released, in which Zoe again played Gamora. According to her, in the new series, her character changed a lot. She became softer and more feminine. This was also influenced by the actress's personal motherhood. For her work, Saldana won a Teen Choice Award in the category Best Actress in a Science Fiction Film.
Hey, it'll be just a couple of days. We'll be back before Rocket's finished fixing the ship.
In the same year, our hero presented another picture based on the I Kill Giants comics, participated in the voiceover of the animated film My Little Pony the Movie, founded the digital media platform Bezzy, which aims to create engaging and inspiring content for a young Latino audience, and by playing an HIV-positive pregnant woman in a music video for Australian singer Sia's Free Me, she tried to bring attention to the fight against HIV and AIDS. Zoe herself, meanwhile, had her third child. The son was named Zen. It is said that the actress was 8 months into pregnancy when the filming of the fantasy I Kill Giants ended, but most tabloids write that the star parents used surrogacy services. They claim that no one knew the actress was expecting a baby, and she was not seen with a rounded belly. In 2018, Zoe starred in the short film The Legend of Red Hand, which was a commercial for the famous Italian liquor Campari. And on her 40th birthday, she was honored with a named star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. In the same year, the actress appeared in rapper Drake's Nice for What music video and delighted fans with a role in the new Marvel movie Avengers Infinity War.
If things go wrong, if Thanos gets me, I want you to promise me you'll kill me.
The exact amount of the star's fees for this part of Avengers is unknown, but it is believed that she earned about $3 million, and this is still less than the earnings of her colleagues in the film. Chris Pratt, for example, received $5 million. In 2019, Zoe voiced one of the characters in the cartoon Missing Link, starred alongside her husband in American singer Alicia Keys' music video for her track Show Me Love, and played the role of Gamora in Avengers Endgame.
This is the one? Seriously? Your choices were him or a tree.
The film grossed almost $2.8 billion, breaking the record of Avatar for a while. Thanks to this, our hero was named second most profitable movie actress of all time after Scarlett Johansson. Marvel reportedly paid Zoe $11 million. At the same time, the Hollywood star's salary does not always correspond to the box office. It ranges from $2 to $11 million per project, depending on the size of the role and the budget of the picture. By the way, the actress's capital is estimated at $40 million, and this amount has accumulated not only thanks to royalties from films, but also numerous advertising contracts. In April 2019, it became known that Saldana is releasing a new collection of sports and homeware in collaboration with Adidas. And a year earlier, Zoe became the face of the LensCrafters chain of optical stores. She does not hide her visual impairment and often appears in public wearing glasses. In 2020, our hero appeared in Vampires vs. the Bronx and the miniseries home movie The Princess Bride. In 2021, she lent her voice to one of the characters in the animated film Vivo and the main character in the animated series Maya and the Three. Then the actress appeared in the sci-fi action film The Atom Project and in the box office flop Amsterdam. This was followed by the miniseries From Scratch, and by the end of 2022, the long-awaited sequel to Avatar was the real gift. The actress played Neytiri and earned $8 million for her work in Avatar: The Way of Water.
You are very hard on them.
I'm their father. It's my job.
This is not a squad. It is a family.
When the sequel grossed more than $2 billion, Zoe Saldana officially became the first actress to star in 4 films to gross such a huge amount at the worldwide box office. In addition to the 2 Avatar films, these are Avengers: Infinity War and Avengers: Endgame. Recently, there was a premiere of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and there are 2 projects in post-production, Avatar 3 and the spy series Lion, in which our hero will join Nicole Kidman. Meanwhile, Avatar 4 and Avatar 5 are being filmed, and Star Trek 4 and the crime musical Emilia Perez are being prepared for shooting. While we wait for more projects with the Hollywood star, let's go back to the commercials with her. Over the years, the actress has been the face of the perfume and cosmetics company L'Oréal Paris and the brand of expensive designer jeans 7 for All Mankind. In 2022, she signed a partnership agreement with beer brand Corona and previously appeared in ads for cosmetics company Kiehl's, shoe brand Stuart Weitzman, and Bud Light beer. And this is not all the advertising projects of our hero, who, by the way, runs a production company together with her sisters. Zoe has many active hobbies: gym classes, yoga, running, and Pilates. In addition, she sticks to a healthy diet and calls herself a fitness nerd. Zoe is left-handed, and in 2015, during International Left-Handed Day, she supported people on Twitter who use their left hand predominantly. She enjoys cooking and singing, and her petite figure is adorned with more than 10 tattoos. Interestingly, Zoe is often confused with her British colleague, Thandiwe Newton. Once, even the actress's mother confused her daughter with Newton, thinking that Zoe plays in the TV series Westworld. By the way, our hero admits that she prefers to play strong female characters. And one day, she really became a hero. Having witnessed an accident, Zoe did not pass by someone else's misfortune. She helped an elderly woman to get out of the damaged car and called the rescue service. She left the scene of the accident only after making sure that the victim had received medical treatment. Saldana also supports Finca International, a non-profit microfinance organization also called the World Bank for the Poor and the Vaccine Against Poverty on the Planet. In June 2016, Zoe paid $8.7 million for a home in Beverly Hills, California. It is located in the exclusive gated community of Hidden Valley Estates. The nearly 6,500 square foot mansion has 2 entrances and boasts a designer kitchen, living room, and dining room, as well as a family room and a spacious master bedroom with a fireplace, sitting area, work area, and a huge walk-in closet. The home also has a library, exercise room, and media room. Dark wood floors throughout the house create a contrast to the whitewashed walls. Outside is a small family garden. The grounds, hidden behind tall hedges, have a pool, rose garden, tennis court, outdoor barbecue area with fireplace, and several sitting areas. Among the closest neighbors are Penelope Cruz, Cameron Diaz, and Jennifer Lawrence. By the way, this house was once owned by fashion queen and producer Gamora Lee Simmons. Before that, Zoe lived in the trendy Los Feliz neighborhood in California. After living in the 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom mansion for about 7 years and furnishing it to her liking, she sold it in 2013. The house, surrounded by a garden, was reportedly on the market for $1,199,000. In 2020, the actress and her parents toured the $2.5 million two-story, six-bedroom, five-bathroom home in Los Angeles. Outside is a covered sitting area with a large open wall overlooking a patio with the fireplace. It is unknown, however, if Zoe is the one who bought the house. According to public sources, the star's car collection includes such cars as Audi A6, Audi Q7, Audi R8, and Mercedes-Benz G-Class. The total value of the car fleet exceeds $350,000. Zoe is adored not only by the audience, but also by her colleagues. James Cameron, for example, said that her smile lights up the whole set. What do you think of this Hollywood actress?
What should we do next?
We'll follow your lead, Star-Lord.
If you liked the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything interesting.